Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to get this. The tool that I ended up using the most is just a razor blade, just using a scraping motion. You could also use a Dremel with a rotary on it, a rotary sanding drum. That would work well too. Just have to be careful. I was trying not to scuff up the paint too much. And it's going to have little scuffs in it, but as much damage is on the rocket, it's not going to look bad. So the technique that I use is I just got the razor blade and just scraped along the edge like that. Starting was the hard part. Once you get it fairly smooth, then you can really scrape, put a lot of energy into it. I also did the same thing on the body tube. It had a bunch of CA glue right here that was sticking up. And the whole thing is to be able to put the fin back in, and it slides in nice and easy. I'm going to have a little bit of a gap under here, and the reason for that is you can see my crease in my tube bent. This kind of tells you that the weakest part of the rocket is right there in front of the fins. And if you're going to get a crinkle, that's where it's going to be. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to use not super glue, epoxy to put this back together. But I want to get epoxy in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut flaps in here so that I can peel it back and really get the epoxy down the bottom. So you only get one chance at this with the hobby knife. So I have two centering rings, one here and one right here, that these little tabs go into. I don't know if you can see that. So I can't cut my slits on the rings themselves, so I got to go inside of the rings. So I'm going to go here. And what this is going to allow me to do is to peel back. Don't know if this is going to work or how well it's going to work, but I want to be able to. It's not going to work very well. All right, kind of expected that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut right here. And this may not work at all, but we're going to try it. It's going to be a Frankenstein rocket when I'm done. It's going to have a big old scar on it. Alright. Okay, now you can kind of see the bottom there. I have no idea if you can see it from the top. That's where it's going to go. And now I can really get in there and lay in an epoxy joint right there along the bottom. And I want to do the same thing on both sides. Now, this piece right here, I want to be able to put it back in later. And what we'll do is we'll put a little shelf underneath of it so we can just lay it on top and just glue it right back down. So we're saving that piece, and we're going to do the same on this side. can also see down in my other fins, and I'm going to see if I can dribble epoxy down in there too at the same time. So because it has these tabs, it should always be perfectly straight up like that. Okay, so this is going to be a two-step process. The first step is to put the epoxy in and let it cure, and then the second part is to put these strips back on. So for the epoxy, I'm going to use rocket epoxy. This is kind of a paste, but it's not as stiff as epoxy clay or the Bond-Aid that we sell here at Apogee. And it's not a liquid either, so it's gonna, once we put it down, it'll kind of stay in the spot. It'll flow a little bit, but not so bad. So I'm gonna mix that up. And it's a two-part, and it's an equal amount of A and B. Oops. So there's a glob. I think I'll do 2 of those. Okay. I'm going to use the same scoop in the other side, but I don't want to contaminate it, so I want to clean it off. I really like this rocket epoxy stuff. I use it a lot. We sell it here at Apogee Components, and it does come with a, got a little snipple. It does come with a dye, a black dye, and that allows you to know when it's mixed pretty good. Let me get that out of the way, and we'll mix this up, and it's going to take probably a good couple minutes to mix this, so I'll be right back after I'm done mixing. Okay, so here's the black dye that I was talking about. Just put in a few drops, and then you mix that up, and when you get a uniform color, and you know that you've got a good mix on your epoxy, because that's like the most important thing, is to make sure your epoxy is mixed up really good. So I see my first fillet right there. I'm going to do that first. Since I'm in here, I might as well make it really strong. We got another fin way back there, but yeah, I can reach it. I'm going to have to use my finger. Epoxy gets everywhere. It gets everywhere. So okay, so now I'm going to put epoxy down the bottom. And this is where my fin's going to go into. And then I'm going to lay some epoxy into those slots. And then epoxy along the front. Okay, and my fin is here. I'm going to put some epoxy along that front edge so that I've got some on each side of the part. Like I said, there's probably going to be a little gap here, and I want to try to fill that with epoxy. I'm going to go along the root edge. A little bit, oops, a little bit on the outside. Some on the table. Okay, so now we're going to put this in here. Awesome. Okay, it did ooze up a little bit. And on this side. That's good. I like to see a fillet there. And you're going to see that epoxy, but that's going to be okay. I can live with that. So now I want to check on the inside and see if there's a good epoxy fillet at the base of the fin. And I'd like to get more epoxy in there. Alright, I think that's enough epoxy in there. Now I'm going to use my finger and get my finger in there. If you can't get your finger in there, you got to find a dowel. I'm going to use as a tongue depressor here. Try to smooth it out. Alright, so at this point I am as done as I can do with part 1 here, and in the next part we'll put those pieces of cardboard back to make our rocket more aerodynamic. So this is a good point to clean up, and we'll see you on the second side of this video.